7 perfume brands are charging you luxury prices to systematically poison your body while convincing you it's the pinnacle of sophistication. And today I'm exposing exactly how they're turning your bathroom vanity into a chemical weapons depot. Those gleaming bottles promising elegance and attraction, they're delivering synthetic compounds that trigger respiratory distress, hormonal disruption, and neurological symptoms while companies count profits from your declining health. You know what those beautiful fragrance displays at department stores really represent? Billions of dollars in marketing budgets designed to make laboratory-created toxins smell like success, while your body pays the price through systematic chemical exposure. Here's how the industry evolved into organized poisoning. Vintage perfumes from the 1940s contained mostly natural ingredients that enhanced human appeal without chemical consequences. Modern fragrance companies convinced 4 generations that natural isn't luxurious enough, that true sophistication requires synthetic complexity, that continuous chemical exposure is normal and desirable. The result is an entire industry built on making people feel elegant while systematically contaminating their living environments and depleting their financial resources. Dior J'adore doesn't create floral beauty through botanical expertise. It loads formulations with lilial and linalool that cling to hair and clothing while triggering allergic reactions in people with fragile respiratory systems. Airwick doesn't purify your air through advanced filtration. It claims to clean while pumping formaldehyde release agents into your home 24/7, turning your living space into a continuous chemical exposure chamber. The fragrance industry's greatest trick isn't creating irresistible scents. It's convincing you that systematic poisoning is the price of smelling expensive while charging premium prices for the privilege of chemical assault. Number 7. Airwick Freshmatic Room Fragrance. Airwick Freshmatic is what happens when air purification marketing conceals continuous formaldehyde poisoning. At $15 to $25 per device, plus 8 to 12 recurring cartridge costs, this air freshener positions itself as home improvement. The marketing targets cleanliness-conscious consumers seeking automated freshness solutions. But here's the reality check. Airwick claims to purify air while systematically emitting formaldehyde release agents into your living space. These continuous diffusers create constant low-level chemical exposure, especially dangerous in smaller senior housing units. The recurring cartridge costs systematically erode careful monthly expense planning for fixed-income households. Owned by Reckitt Benckiser, Airwick generates over $2 billion annually through automated fragrance systems. They've built an empire on convenience marketing while ignoring long-term health consequences. Their continuous operation model ensures sustained chemical exposure and recurring revenue. The health impacts are concerning. Formaldehyde release agents accumulate in enclosed spaces, causing respiratory irritation and neurological symptoms. Constant exposure overwhelms natural detoxification systems, especially in aging individuals. Small living spaces concentrate chemical exposure to dangerous levels. The value verdict? You're paying for the illusion of air purification while systematically contaminating your living environment. The automatic freshness comes from automatic poisoning with recurring subscription costs. Number 6. Axe/Lynx Body Sprays Axe. Body spray is what happens when youth marketing meets chemical formulations that assault everyone in the vicinity. At $4 to $8 per can, this mass-market product positions itself as affordable confidence and youthful energy. The marketing exploits desire to stay fresh all day, while encouraging dangerous overuse. The reality check reveals that heavy propellants and volatile organic compounds systematically overwhelm older lungs and sinuses. Shared living spaces transform into chemical clouds, triggering neighbor allergies and interpersonal conflicts. The stay fresh all day marketing invites overuse, creating hidden expense burden on limited budgets. Owned by Unilever, Axe targets teenage demographics with aggressive masculinity marketing. They've built their reputation on quantity over quality, prioritizing chemical intensity over safety. Global sales exceed $1 billion annually through convenience store distribution. The health impact is severe. Volatile organic compounds penetrate deep into respiratory tissue, causing immediate distress. Heavy propellants create aerosol clouds that linger in enclosed spaces for hours. Chemical overload triggers allergic reactions in sensitive individuals sharing living spaces. The value verdict? You're paying for youthful marketing while exposing yourself and others to respiratory assault. The fresh appeal comes from chemicals that make breathing fresh air impossible. Number 5. Victoria's Secret Bombshell. Victoria's Secret Bombshell is what happens when seductive marketing conceals neurological disruption through artificial chemistry. At 45 to 65, this bombshell fragrance positions itself as confidence and youthful allure. The glamour-driven branding exploits older adults' desire to chase youth regardless of health consequences. The reality check is troubling. Artificial aroma chemicals systematically inflame nasal passages, reducing scent sensitivity in seniors over time. Fragrance residue clings persistently to bedding and furniture, causing continuous low-grade nausea. The youth-chasing marketing pressures older adults into financial overspending at the cost of well-being. Launched in 2010 by Victoria's Secret Beauty, Bombshell targets aspirational lifestyle consumption. The brand built its reputation on fantasy marketing rather than age-appropriate formulations. Their marketing budget exceeds safety testing investment by massive margins. The health impact is substantial. Artificial aroma compounds cause progressive damage to olfactory sensitivity. Persistent residue creates continuous chemical exposure in personal living spaces. Neurological disruption manifests as persistent nausea and disorientation. The value verdict? You're paying for seductive packaging while exposing yourself to neurological assault. The bombshell effect comes from chemicals that bomb your sensory systems. Number 4. Bath & Body Works Fine Fragrance Mists. Bath & Body Works fine fragrance mists are what happens when innocent marketing conceals hormone-disrupting chemical warfare. At 15 to 25 per bottle, these fine fragrance mists position themselves as affordable luxury and gentle application. The buy 3, get 3 free deals systematically exploit thrift instincts while encouraging chemical stockpiling. The reality check is concerning. These products contain phthalates that mimic hormones and systematically interfere with common medications. Their aerosolized delivery system worsens COPD, asthma, and chronic cough conditions through direct respiratory assault. Promotional deals create overspending traps that exploit budget-conscious consumers. Part of Bath & Body Works Incorporated, the brand generates over $7 billion annually through mall-based retail. They've built their empire on seasonal marketing and bulk purchase incentives. The fine fragrance positioning disguises mass-market chemical formulations. The health impact is significant. Phthalates penetrate skin and accumulate in body tissues, disrupting endocrine function. Aerosol particles penetrate deep into compromised respiratory systems. Hormone mimicry interferes with prescription medications, creating dangerous drug interactions. The value verdict? You're paying for innocent marketing while exposing yourself to hormone-disrupting chemicals. The fine fragrance appeal comes from compounds that disrupt your body's fine-tuned systems. Number 3. Calvin Klein CK1. Calvin Klein CK1 is what happens when unisex marketing conceals chemical formulations that assault all genders equally. At 40 to 70, this unisex fragrance positions itself as fresh, modern sophistication for daily wear. The marketing targets frequent repurchase through daily wear positioning that quietly drains fixed incomes. The reality check is revealing. CK1 claims freshness while using synthetic musks and acetates directly linked to dizziness and mucus irritation. Seniors with slower detoxification systems absorb chemical residues longer, leading to persistent malaise. The daily wear marketing encourages frequent repurchasing, creating hidden financial burden. Launched in 1994 by Calvin Klein and owned by Coty Incorporated, CK1 built its reputation on minimalist marketing while maximizing chemical complexity. Their mass production prioritizes cost reduction over safety considerations. The health impact is problematic. Synthetic musks accumulate in body tissues and resist natural elimination. Acetate compounds trigger immediate respiratory and neurological symptoms. Slower detoxification in aging individuals creates cumulative toxicity. The value verdict? You're paying for unisex appeal while exposing yourself to gender-neutral chemical assault. The fresh sensation comes from chemicals that make feeling fresh impossible. Number 2. Dior J'adore is what happens when French luxury branding conceals systematic allergen exposure through known respiratory irritants. At $150 plus per bottle, this prestige fragrance positions itself as ultimate feminine elegance. The lavish marketing emotionally targets aging women, feeding costly addiction to luxury positioning. The reality check is alarming. J'adore is loaded with lilial and linalool, known allergens specifically dangerous for people with fragile respiratory systems. The perfume oils systematically cling to hair and clothing, creating persistent indoor air contamination. The emotional marketing exploits aging women's insecurities while draining financial resources. Launched in 1999 by Christian Dior Parfums and owned by LVMH luxury conglomerate, J'adore built its reputation on aspirational French elegance rather than respiratory safety. Their premium pricing strategy targets emotional spending over rational health considerations. The health impact is serious. Lilial and linalool trigger immediate allergic reactions in respiratory-compromised individuals. Persistent oil residue creates continuous chemical exposure in personal environments. Allergen accumulation worsens existing respiratory conditions over time. The value verdict? You're paying French luxury prices for systematic allergen exposure wrapped in elegant packaging. The floral fantasy becomes a respiratory nightmare that doesn't love you back. Number 1. Chanel No. 5. Chanel No. 5 is the fragrance empire that proves even the most legendary luxury can hide the most dangerous chemical assault. At $150 to $300+ per bottle, this iconic brand commands ultimate prestige pricing. The expensive prestige positioning systematically pressures pension budgets, diverting funds from essential needs. The reality check is disturbing. Chanel No. 5 contains synthetic musks and aldehydes that systematically irritate mature skin, which naturally thins with age. The chemical fumes trigger headaches and lightheadedness in enclosed environments and assisted living facilities. The century-old reputation exploits emotional loyalty while delivering modern chemical formulations that harm vulnerable populations. Created in 1921 by Ernest Beau for Gabrielle Coco Chanel and owned by Chanel SA, privately held by the Wertheimer family since 1954, this global icon generates over $1 billion annually while reformulating for profit over safety. Looking deeper into its heritage reveals that the original 1921 formula contained natural ingredients in gentle concentrations. Modern reformulations amplify synthetic content for stronger projection and longer shelf life. The timeless marketing exploits emotional attachment while delivering chemical assault. The health impact is significant. Synthetic musks penetrate thinning skin and accumulate in body tissues. Aldehydes cause immediate respiratory irritation that compounds with existing health conditions. Chemical concentration overwhelms aging detoxification systems, causing persistent neurological symptoms. Chanel built its reputation on revolutionary simplicity and elegance for modern women. However, the current formulation prioritizes profit margins over the health of loyal customers. The timeless appeal comes from chemicals that make your time on Earth less comfortable. If you find yourself reaching for a $300 bottle with a century of prestige, ask yourself one question. Does legendary status justify systematic poisoning and financial strain? The answer is absolutely not. Now let's explore safe alternatives that won't compromise your health or your bank account. Number 3. Pacifica Island Vanilla sits quietly on drugstore shelves while delivering what luxury brands promise but fail to provide. At $22 to $28, this plant-based fragrance delivers natural sophistication without chemical assault. The health profile is impressive. Its plant-based formula uses essential oils with lighter diffusion, specifically gentler for thin, dry skin. It's free of phthalates and parabens, promoting safer daily wear even alongside medication use. The affordable drugstore availability makes it friendly to pension and retirement budgets. Founded in 1996 with commitment to natural ingredients and environmental consciousness, Pacifica offers consistent quality without premium markup, focusing on accessibility over exclusivity. Their cruelty-free and vegan formulations prioritize ethics alongside safety. Why it works? The essential oil base provides aromatherapeutic benefits without synthetic irritation. Light diffusion prevents overwhelming enclosed spaces or triggering respiratory distress. Budget-friendly pricing eliminates financial stress from fragrance purchases. Number 2. Clean Reserve Skin represents what happens when dermatological expertise meets fragrance artistry. At 65 to 85, this hypoallergenic fragrance delivers sophisticated subtlety without chemical fog. The health profile is reassuring. It's dermatologist-tested and crafted without synthetic dyes, dramatically reducing skin flare-up risk. It delivers scent without fog, preventing dizziness and respiratory discomfort in indoor environments. Designed for minimalism with subtle longevity, it lowers cost of use through reduced application needs. Launched by Clean Beauty Collective with focus on sensitive skin compatibility, this brand's dermatologist collaboration ensures formulation safety for compromised skin barriers. Hypoallergenic testing provides scientific validation of safety claims. Why it works. Dermatologist testing ensures compatibility with sensitive and medicated skin. Subtle projection respects others' sensitivities while providing personal fragrance satisfaction. The minimalist approach reduces chemical exposure while maintaining elegant appeal. The bottom line. This is fragrance for people who want elegance without chemical consequences. It proves that sophisticated doesn't require synthetic assault. Number 1. Organic Lavender perfume is the fragrance that proves true. Luxury means feeling better, not worse, after every application. At 12 to 18, this certified organic choice delivers therapeutic benefits at accessible pricing. A deep dive value analysis reveals that EO uses natural lavender oils that actively soothe nerves and reduce stress, addressing key wellness needs. The certified non-toxic formulation is ideal for long-term exposure in closed living spaces. Available in refillable bottles, it reduces waste and recurring expense burden. Founded in 1995 by Susan Griffin Black with commitment to organic therapeutic aromatherapy, EO's USDA organic certification ensures ingredient purity and safety standards. Their sustainable practices and refillable options demonstrate long-term environmental thinking. Professional validation comes from aromatherapists who recommend it for stress reduction and sleep improvement. Healthcare professionals approve it for use in medical environments. Organic certification provides third-party validation of safety and purity. EO's philosophy? They believe fragrance should enhance well-being, not compromise it. Natural ingredients create complex beauty without chemical complexity. True luxury means supporting your body's natural healing processes. If you find yourself reaching for another $200 bottle, promising sophistication through chemical intensity, ask yourself one question. Why not choose a fragrance that actively improves your health while making you smell amazing? Sometimes the most revolutionary choice is simply supporting your body instead of assaulting it. Next time you're tempted by those toxic displays promising luxury through chemical warfare, you'll know better. Your body, your health, and your wallet will thank you. And here's the bigger question. If this is happening with something as simple and universal as perfume, what else in our beauty cabinets might not be what it claims to be? If this information shocked you as much as it did me when I discovered it, hit subscribe now and share this video with someone who needs to hear this truth. Your health is worth more than any luxury brand's marketing. Let's expose these toxic secrets together.